So when I was at the prison in Wasika, I had my own little office. It was like this cement office. It was back behind the library, and I did reentry. And the officers really were great with me because I kind of kept to myself. They knew I was doing my job. I could go outside and I could walk around the rec yard and just do what I needed to do to keep my own mental health healthy. And I remember one time one of the girls went and complained to one of the officers in the rec yard, and they're like, "Hey, Louder's not in there." And he goes, "Well, what do you expect? Do you want her to just be at your beck and call?" I thought that was pretty cool because I was like, look, I do a lot of extra things for these girls, but sometimes when I need a break, I'm just going to go outside and I'm going to breathe. But anyway, like my main boss one day came in and I was in my sweats. Now you're supposed to be in like your prison uniform, but I was in my sweats and it was on a Monday and she didn't know because she didn't work in that department, but she was just kind of overseeing that department. She did not know that it was my day off. So I was in the rec yard in my sweats, which was perfectly normal. She comes down, she's like, "What are you doing in your sweats?" Well, the thing is, it wasn't that big of or a hard question to answer, but I was having a really bad day. My energy was not right. I was suffering that day because of the separation from my children. And there were days like that where I couldn't even look at you because it hurt so deeply. Anyway, I looked at her and I said, "You need to step back." I go, "I am not well." And it freaked her out because my energy was so crazy. And it wasn't like I was ever going to be violent or anything, but I was just hurting. And I said, "Look, you don't know what I'm going through right now." So she was concerned and she goes, "Look, I don't even think you should be working here with that kind of energy." And basically said she was going to fire me. And I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, that's unfortunate because I do a really good job here. I care about the women and I'm just having a hard time right now." So I went to the other guys that worked in the rec yard that kind of ran things down there, the other officers, and I said, "Hey, listen, she just fired me." And they said, "You're not fired." I was like, "What?" And they're going, "No, you're not fired. Just go back to work." So I never heard anything more about that. But what I learned was when my energy's off, man, stay the heck away from me because you don't want to get caught up in that.